Hello everyone, welcome back in Willow Creek for my rebuild series. You might recognize this lot. So this is where the library used to be. Since I actually moved that into another neighborhood here in Willow Creek, I thought it would be really cool to do something totally different with this lot. So yeah, as you might have seen from the title already, and it's also up in the left-hand corner right now, this is the Willow Creek Veterinarian Clinic. I don't know, I thought they just really needed something different. So if you are new here on the channel, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. This is my rebuild series where I go in and I rebuild every single world in The Sims 4. We have done Delsol Valley. We are currently in the process of rebuilding Willow Creek with every single lot being rebuilt. Every lot is probably going to be something completely different than what it is right now. So going in and rebuilding again, I've moved the library to another lot. So there is a library in this town still, but it's not located in the same place or neighborhood. And that's really what I'm trying to do with this rebuild series. I want to rebuild everything and introduce new buildings, new lot types, new storylines as well into this town. And again, I've done Delsol Valley and we are tackling Willow Creek now. I love the way that this veterinarian clinic turned out. So the whole thing with this Willow Creek rebuild is I'm trying to introduce a new style and a new storyline to Willow Creek. So the storyline is that it's a lot of these industrial looking buildings, a lot of brick that has been revamped, made modern again. Whatever phrasing or tagline you want to use is what we can use here, but that's really the style that I'm going for here. So a lot of the houses in this rebuild series is going to be either wooden texture or be of the more brick vibe with some revamped edges to it. So you can see it already taking shape with this build as well. It looks like it's a repurposed old building that's been repurposed into this vet clinic. And I really love that. So each of the worlds that I'm going to rebuild are going to have different stories. Delsol Valley had a whole other vibe to it, which I totally revamped into something completely different. A lot of the lots are not the same. I only think that 1 or 2 lots in Delsol Valley is the same still. And that is probably not going to be the case with this either. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just having so much fun. And now that my game, let's not jinx it, but the game is actually fixed for me and it's working, I have just been building non-stop, building and playing and doing Let's Plays. So there's a lot of videos coming your way in the future as well. But going back into the build here, we have this vet clinic and I thought, okay, so we have a backyard. What can I actually do with this? Because it wouldn't make sense to put in a backyard area where you can sit down and relax and it be a normal backyard. So I thought, you know what? A training course really makes sense. That makes sense to me. That you would have a training course that maybe the vets or the owners can come here to really train their dogs after an operation or whatever it could be. Again, it's all about the storylines. I'm just here to provide the builds. The storylines is for you to make, but I thought that was kind of a cool idea, and it made sense in my head to have a training course in the back. Now, this is a big vet clinic. I have a Let's Play with Holly. She used to be a veterinarian, so I know what it takes to run one of these clinics, which is, it can be difficult to say the least. Also because the staffing can be let's use the adjective useless. because that's the nicest thing I can say. But it can be difficult, and I wanted this vet clinic to be really big because we haven't actually had any vet clinics in any worlds unless it's Brindleton Bay, and I don't even think that one has a vet clinic, the one that came with the Cats and Dogs expansion. I think you had to make one yourself or download one from the gallery. So I wanted this to be, the biggest vet clinic around, that people would come here to Willow Creek to go to the clinic with their pets. So there's tons of operating rooms and examination rooms and activities for your pet to do, like the training course in the back. We have a whole thing for cats indoors, and there's like a space for the little rodents like hamsters and such. I'm not a fan of My First Pet. That stuff pack, I think is something that should have been included in the Cats and Dogs expansion, but I have it, and out of principle, I normally don't play around with it, but because in this series, I don't have any limitations of what I can and cannot do or build with, I decided to put it in here because it fit in with the whole aesthetics. So when you come into the clinic, you of course have to check in. So I have these 2 check-in stands. I'm gonna move those to some different places so it looks a bit more organic and natural. I wanted to have a sign on the side of the building to really hit home that this was a vet clinic. We also have signage around the place because, of course, why wouldn't you? It makes sense to have. And I think the outside is pretty much done, like the exterior is done, and it's just all about creating the different types of rooms now. I decided to actually go with a more clinical, sterile environment for the operation rooms and for the examination rooms, because for me that just made sense. But then I spent a lot of time trying to make each of the quote-unquote public spaces more warm and inviting, and making them into something that you could definitely see yourself, that you would bring your pet here. I put in some pet feeders if your pet wants to eat while they're there. We put in lots of cat toys and these posters all around the place to make it also, again, feel like a real vet clinic. The vet clinic that I've been to when Zoe got sick, there was also these posters and commercials for, different brands of food that you could use, or this is good for that, whatever it might be. So I thought that fit in really well. We, of course, have a public toilet if your sim needs to go while they're here. And then it was just about filling up the spaces, making it look homey and comfortable without making it too like, oh, I just stepped into my living room. You still wanted it to be this feeling of, oh, this is a waiting room. This is where I'm supposed to be, like that type of deal. And going into the examination rooms here, again, they're very sterile looking, but I still try to bring in some character with each of the rooms. So we have different pets, themes, things. We have dog food, cat food. We have the x-rays. And I also do believe I put in a little seating area, like a chair or 2 chairs, depending on the size of the examination room. But each of the rooms have the exact same thing in them. Again, because this build is, in my mind, an old building that has been repurposed into something new. In this example, a vet clinic. The rooms can have kind of odd shapes. So that's something I had to accommodate when starting to do this. We also have a little research room in the tower on the first floor. where you can research and make medicine that you can either sell or give to the pets. And the operating rooms are on the first floor as well, with one examination room, but two big operating rooms. So there's definitely a lot of space in this clinic for you to expand or have a lot of co-workers or whatever you want to call them work for you. But the operating rooms are more clean than the examination room. So there's not all this clutter stuff in there because it is the operating room. I feel like, just like with humans, it would be more sterile and more just turned back. The upstairs here on the first floor, the landing, I also needed there to be something going on here. So this ended up being the cat and rodent floor with some seating area, and that's kind of it. I think we're ready to go into the screenshots. But yeah, this is the screenshot. I think it turned out really cool, and I cannot wait to get my hand on the rest of the strip here and redo the other buildings as well. So tell me if you have any ideas for buildings you would like to see. If not in Willow Creek, just in general. Any ideas are more than welcome, because I always like to take ideas or just comments. So tell me in the comment section down below what you thought about this build. As with every rebuild, it is available on the gallery right now. Just search my EA ID, Auvbri, and you should be able to find every single thing. Or you can wait for the save file to be released once I'm done with each of the worlds. And then you can download the save file, so you have every single thing, the placement and everything like that, where I have placed it. So it's totally up to you. But yeah, while you're down there in the comment section writing about this build and starting a conversation with me, why not go to my vlogging channel? There's a link in the description. My Ordinary Life is my vlogging channel. It will really help me out if you would go subscribe and like some of the videos. In general, I'm trying to reach 100 subs over there, so any help at all is appreciated. Like this video and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, I'm just super happy about how it turned out. So tell me what you think in the comment section down below. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!